from that, but if it did, you might not even see any signs of that recovery for close to 30 years after that touch. And that's the main reason why we would never want to touch the coral. I think you guys have noticed one thing about the fish today, that's their size. I've been seeing lots of grunt fish out here hanging around the tops of the corals, down the deeper areas. All those are different types of grunts. And most of the fish out here are pretty small. There's a good reason for that. Anytime a larger fish enters into the area, these small fish can go hide inside nooks and caves of the hard coral, and they're able to get away from that threat, making it very difficult for a larger fish to find a good meal out here at the reef line. Now, big fish do pass through going from one point to another. Every now and then we get a chance to see a barracuda. Barracuda are very common in the Florida Keys in deep water and shallow water life. You might find a barracuda on the shallows of the reef, maybe up to about 3 feet in length. They do get bigger than that. If you ever take a fishing trip to go visit a deeper reef or a deeper shipwreck, that would be a really nice place where you might see a barracuda up to about 6 feet in length, and that is a pretty big fish. Now, speaking of big fish, we do have sharks in our waters. Always get asked, Mike, do you guys have sharks in our waters? Like, yes, we do. Worldwide, there's about 350 different types of sharks. In the Florida Keys, we have about 70 different types of sharks. Now, I know most of the time down here in the Florida Keys, it does get really, really warm. You might be hanging out at the beach, you get really hot. Maybe your buddy's taking a boat out for a fishing trip. You go out with him, you get even hotter. You might want to jump into the ocean to cool off, but you may be afraid to do that because there may be sharks in the area. Well, there's something you can do to find out that there are sharks nearby. It works 100% of the time. Everybody can do it. If you want to find out if there's sharks in the water, all you need to do is just get your finger and put your finger in the water. Then put your finger in your mouth. If your finger tastes salty, there's sharks in the area. Best joke ever. But it's true though, most states anyway. Now, I did mention we have about 70 different types of sharks in the Florida Keys. And by the way, if you guys ever do a beach day anywhere in the Florida Keys, you'll have a really good chance to have an encounter with a member of the hammerhead family. Don't get frightened. I'm not talking about a big giant 12 or 14 foot hammerhead shark, just a member of the family itself. I'm talking about little bonnethead sharks. They're very common in the Florida Keys. Full grown, they only get a couple of few feet in length. Those are the ones that I see near shore, right around the 2.5 foot range. But sometimes you will see those little bonnethead sharks swimming in as little as 1 foot of water right at the public beaches sometimes. So don't get frightened if you see it. We'll see you and just swim away. It's pretty cool when you can get a chance to see those little guys. Now, little bonnetheads are very common. They're also very easy to identify. A typical hammerhead will have a big box-sized head. Now, bonnetheads, instead of being square at the head, they're rounded on the top like a woman's bonnet. Kind of looks like a little shovel. Very easy to identify, really laid back, easy going shark. Now, other sharks we do have in our waters, like larger lemon sharks, hammerheads, bull sharks, tiger sharks. We have all of those. And they will get quite big. They're a little more active at nighttime. So in the daytime, those larger sharks, they prefer a deeper body of water to be a rest in. Keep in mind that all of the waters surrounding the Florida Keys are extremely shallow. We're famous for shallow water down here in the Florida Keys. So deep water, those sharks would like to rest in the daytime is quite a few miles away from even this area. So extremely safe to come out here in the daylight hours to go swimming, snorkeling, or diving. As I mentioned earlier, you get a chance to do that, take that chance. You will love it. Now, the most common type of shark that we do have in the Florida Keys are nurse sharks. Sometimes we'll see one lay motionless at the bottom of the ocean floor. Now, most sharks cannot do that. They have to stay in constant motion their whole lives just to force water over their gills so they can breathe. Now, nurse sharks are different. They're one of 7 different types of sharks in the world that possess an extra set of muscle in their throat known as a buccal muscle. And that buccal muscle allows those nurse sharks to do a couple of different things. Now, nurse sharks are nocturnal, so in the daytime, they will seek out a really nice sandy area at the bottom of the ocean floor. They'll lay down and take a nap, and that buccal muscle in their throat will do all the work for them. That will force water over their gills while they're at rest, allowing them to breathe while they do lay motionless. Now, nurse sharks also use that buccal muscle to hunt, though. Their favorite food is the Florida spiny lobster. Now, we do have lots of lobsters out here at the reef. Lobsters are also nocturnal. So right now, those lobsters are hiding inside holes inside of the hard coral. Now, a nurse shark found a lobster hiding in the coral like that. The nurse shark can actually lock his mouth around the hole in the coral, he'll engage that buccal muscle in his throat, and he's able to suck that lobster right on out of the coral. And if you were down there snorkeling or diving while the nurse shark was hunting like that, you would hear him making the sound like a nursing infant. And it would be a much louder sound too, because he is a big shark, but that's how he gets his common name, the nurse shark.
Excuse me, Mike, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but unfortunately we have come to the end of our viewing time out here, so we're going to have to pull off the reef line, pick up a little bit of speed, start to make our way back to our Key West. Would like to thank you, though, for the fantastic presentation. Once again, very nice job.
Thank you guys as well. I really do appreciate that. And you really did pick a nice day to be out here on the water in Key West. You guys enjoy the ride back into town. Happy New Year, everybody. And thanks again for being with us today on Friday.